we fought a major war 80 years ago against anti-Semitism, and now the kids who go marching have no bloody idea what they're doing.
Have you been on any of the marches? I have.
No, I don't want to go on them. I don't want to mix with
then
people
therefore
like
you've got, I don't know what experience you've got. You've got no say. You've got no right.
Which march did you go on?
I went on the march back in, it was Diwali time, so it was November, and then I went on another one. And I tell you something, those marches...
And what did you chant?
I didn't chant anything, actually.
What were they chanting?
Oh, no, they were chanting Free Palestine or Free something like that. I didn't hear these chants that you said. Let me finish. Now, the point is, these marches...
is very rude.
These marches are full of families, prams, babies, love, peace, quietness. I felt welcomed. I didn't hear anything. There's Jews on those marches.
Yeah, I know, the dodgy Jews, the 1% ones.
Okay, there you go, dodgy Jews.
Who are anti-Israel.
There you go, dodgy Jews.
Well, yeah, they're very anti-Israel.
They're anti-genocide. They're not anti-Israel.
There's not a genocide going on.
They're anti-genocide.
Who do you say every war is a genocide?
Oh, come on, Ash.
It's one innocent person to one terrorist being...
13,000 children
Well, that's according to Hamas.
OK, then let's just say 6,000.
Do you count under 18 as a child? And under 18
terrorists? Let's say 6 died.
Hey.
Still bad.
Enough.
It's still bad.
Enough, both of you.
You can't sit there
It's war, isn't it? It's terrible.
Figures.
It's terrible.
Narinder,
That's war,
just calm down.
I'm not going to have,
both of you.
I'm not going to have on my watch,
move on.
as a British patriot,
this is pointless.
Children dying.
But you had it with Iraq and Afghanistan.
That shouldn't happen either. None of these things should be happening.
So you don't believe in any war?
Okay.
You're a pacifist.
Just a minute. I'm going to give you a minute each.
Pacifist.
You put the clock on. You've got a minute.
I should never have a minute.
Okay. Hesitation, deviation. Yeah. So basically, they are. It's not a genocide. Israel, actually, it's being studied by General to see how they can keep the innocent civilian counts alive.
Oh God!
You believe? Well, no, it is. I mean, that's just a fact.
International Court of Justice.
You believe in Hamas figures?
Of how it nearly is a genocide.
You believe in the Hamas figures?
Narinder.
They're the only figures
I'm going to have more time now.
They're the only figures that we could get.
You see,
this is my minute.
Israel doesn't let any journalists in to make sure that we can make sure this is correct.
So you just assume Hamas are correct then?
Well, let's say they're a bit wrong.
You're getting.
Let's say they're a bit. No, I'm not angry.
Me have a minute.
I'm a passionate Geordie.
Then don't get angry.
No,
what about the poor Palestinians who are being subjugated by Hamas, and you're supporting Hamas against them?
What about Israel throwing all the bombs and killing 13,000? Okay, let's just say
that's called war.
6,000 kids. Is that okay then? That's okay.
Is a 17-year-old terrorist?
Bombing playgrounds.
Is a 17-year-old kid a terrorist? Can a 15-year-old be
Children playing with a football.
They avoid playgrounds. When they see a play with kids on, they go, don't bomb it, there's a playground.
Ash, you give dogs
water.
I've
got loads of videos of that.
There's a dog here, you'd give dog water. They're not even getting water. I feel dirty even talking about it.
That's not true. Everything you say is not true.
You're talking from stuff you've seen on the internet.
Then you're talking about stuff on the internet.
I'm talking about facts.
You cannot have
Colonel Richard Kemp, people like that.
Any idea. In a war, unfortunately, civilians get killed. There are more civilians getting killed probably in Ukraine and Russia. We're not having anybody talk about that because
we
had some. No,
do you know how much money we've just given Ukraine?
Because where it's being fought in Gaza. Will you be quiet and listen? Because of what is happening in Gaza, it's a very small area. What?
Gaza.
What did I say?
Gaza.
Whatever it is.
So there's never been so few innocent people killed in any modern warfare.
Have you been there?
That's just a fact.
At least.
Even with Hamas figures, there's never been so few innocent people
listen,
killed.
you can, whichever way you're going to slice the pie. Yeah, whichever way you're going to slice the pie.
Let's use the Hamas figures. Let's use the Hamas pie.
Let's half the Hamas figures just to make it a bit fair.
No, double them, and it's still a record. It's even double them, and it's really low.
6,000 kids have died.
Yeah.
I don't even want 6 kids dying.
Nor do Israel. Hamas do, though.
We are funding.
We're funding Hamas. We're funding UNRWA. We're funding.
I can't do this if you carry on doing this. I'll have to ask you to leave.
Let James say something.
Thank you. It's my show after all.
Can he have 10 seconds?
If you go on like this, I'm wondering why you want to live here. And if there is a better country than this, where is it?
Why do you,
because you go on about how terrible. What the colour of my skin got to do with it?
You go and live somewhere else.
Well,
why'd you say
if
that?
I didn't like it, you could say that to me.
Do you say that to Chuck?
I say it to anyone. You really are racist, aren't you?
No, you are racist.
No, you're racist.
You could say it to a Polish person. You could say it to a Polish person.
Why did you?
You're the one who focused on the colour.
I don't even see your colour.
I
can assure you I'm not weak and I'm not racist.
Shall I tell you why you did? Because the first thing you said when it came to criticism was, why don't you live somewhere else?
Well, you could have said that to a Polish person.
Middle-aged white man.
It's not racist, is it?
That's why you said it to me.
You you racist?
No, you're
racist.
No,
I've had enough. I am serious. I've had enough.
Ain't going.
No.
Ain't going. You invited me on. I'm a guest. I ain't going.
Go to a break now.
Until I sort this out.
We can't.
Play.
The breaks even love me.
You can't take a break early.
Because
so
you can't handle it, James. You can't handle it, James.
I can handle it.
Well, you don't have any argument.
I did have an argument.
But I just said to you.
My point being is...
But let me just have a little 20 seconds.
You're going back to that then.
Yeah, because you had no argument.
He says go back. He says go... Oh, he's gone by.
Now you've thrown James Wales out.
Ash, you've got your own show. Finally.
No, but I mean, like my point, which you just keep shouting over...
My husband's out there, so you can go and say hello to my husband.
You might like him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like I was saying...
Finally, Ash, you got your own show.
Fantastic.
Yes.
But anyway, you know, I mean, as I was saying, even if you go to Hamas figures, it's about 1 to 1.
Actually, let's do this. Teach me then. Go on.
Okay.
Educate me on what I'm being brainwashed.
You get some casualties that are innocent, but this is actually the lowest in modern warfare history of 1 to 1. That's even if you use Hamas figures, so it's probably less than that.
But I heard actually the opposite, that in any modern time war, in such short time, this is the most being killed. That's what I've been. I
don't know about in the times.
There you go.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ratio. I'm talking about the ratio.
But the ratio.
The time's irrelevant, isn't it?
Such a small.
But the time's irrelevant. It's how many people are killed is relevant. The proportion. You want to kill as many terrorists and as minimum. You want to kill as many terrorists and as.
How many terrorists have you killed? How many terrorists?
They reckon about 12,000.
Oh, Hamas figures. So therefore,
no, that's not Hamas figures. That's IDF. That's the intelligence figures.
So also the intelligence figures have said that up to 30,000.
Well, Hamas intelligence, they're not really intelligence, are they? Just savages who cut people's heads off and rape people.
Your figures matter.
Yeah, because it's like this country. It's a democracy of the rule of law. You have investigations. You know.
No, yes, of course, but they suit your narrative. So all of a sudden these figures matter.
Yeah, but that's
Hamas as a terrorist. Figures,
well, you're using a terrorist. You're using people who cut people's heads off and rape women as a weapon.
And what's Israel doing now?
They're not raping women and decapitating people.
If Hamas are so bad, which they are, don't even ask me. Oh, don't ask me that question that everyone asks. It's so tedious. If Hamas are so bad, and we can all agree they are, yes, let's get that on record.
Yeah.
Israel are no better.
But why don't you want to help Israel get rid of Hamas so the Gazans can
I don't like the way Israel are doing. I don't want them to kill children. I don't want to get rid of Hamas. You'll get rid of Hamas, you'll get another lot. I do not want my name as a British citizen on... Oh, he's back again.
So you would have kept the Nazis in power then?
No, I do not want on my watch... Getting rid of Hamas. I mean, don't look away from me, Ash, when I'm making
I'm just letting him in.
You were like looking away. My husband does that. It's very annoying.
Sorry to your husband, man.
Yes.
We've had a word with him.
So anyway, you've made me forget what I was saying.
Somebody's actually wanted to marry her.
So she basically agrees that I was right in the end.
No, I didn't.
And it was all right. Good. It all turned out nice again.
At the end of the day, if we want to get rid of Hamas, I don't want children dying as a result of that.
Well, then we get rid of Hamas and it will all stop.
You won't just get rid of them. We don't even know if you got rid of them. You haven't got rid of them.
Well, I got rid of 18 out of 24
You will not get rid of them.
Nobody wants...
But you got rid of 13,000 children too.
Nobody wants anybody to be killed.
It was millions in the Second World War of innocent children. Millions.
James, you know, I watched a few of your shows last night just to get a feel of the show.
Not the old ones from the 80s.
No. And you know what? A lot of things that you say, both of you say is, well, we don't want this. We don't really want people to die. Well, guess what they did?
Well, that's war, isn't it?
That's a silly, stupid, weak thing to say.
You're a pacifist then.
That's a
You just want to dance in a circle and go, we like to teach. You just want peace.
No, I do.
Flowers in your hair.
Yes, I do.
But that's, you know,
You're not going to give up. We're not going to give up. We do not surrender. We don't surrender.
Well, pacifist.
That's why I'm the patriot.
Then it won't change, will it? If Hamas do not...
Britannia,
excellent.
That's more like it. You see, I told you she'd...
But no. You know what we need to do with that song?
Don't you think we should go back?
Should I tell you what we do that song?
Oh, for goodness sake.
I don't mind the song and I don't mind the Rule Britannia. It's a beautiful tune.
Elgar, isn't it?
Let's just change the slave line.
No, but that's about us not being slaves, because the British people were taking slaves.
Where were you taken as a slave?
Do you not know about all the hundreds of thousands of Britons? We were the slaves. White people were taken as slaves to Africa.
Where did you get your history from? Disney books.
It's well known.
Disney books is where you get your history from.
We were taken as slaves to Africa.
No, you were not.
White people taken as slaves to North Africa and the Barbaries. But you don't believe it.
No, I don't. We are the
oppressors.
We are the oppressors. We are not the oppressed.
We were.
You were never the oppressed. We're the oppressors. We went around the world oppressing people, murdering people, looting from countries, stealing, and guess what? You've still got all of that in your museums.
Taking democracy, the rule of law.
What democracy?
Well, India, the biggest democracy in the world.
Shall I tell you when I swap colonialism, the word terrorism? That's what Brits did. They were the terrorists back in the day. Yes, you were. You
probably were. I mean, you know,
right,
you terrorised people. Everyone did that in those days.
So then don't go on about other people.
But there were good things, wasn't there? There was positive things.
What was the positive?
Anyway, coming back to it, thank you so much for coming in again.
Oh,
you won't need to come on the show again. We won't ever be having her as a guest again. I apologise to all these people.
They all say that.